Hi, everyone, and welcome into the Players Club presented by Pepsi. It's the start of a new month and the start of a new show for Washington football fans to hear from those who know the team best, the players. I'm Renee Washington, joined remotely by Washington former standout D'Angelo Hall. Welcome, D'Angelo. How are you?
What's going on? I'm doing all right. Happy to be here.
Yes, and then in studio right next to me, the great Fred Smoot, another Washington football team standout.
I'm going to say, why I can't be a standout like D. Hall? You know what I'm saying?
You didn't let me tee it up yet.
I just, I'm listening to every word. And I'm sitting here like, I wonder if she's going to call me a standout.
Fred, let her finish. She gonna set you up.
The mouth of the South. Standout, great, terrific. What else? What other adjectives you want me to flower on there?
Flamboyant, just fun, just real people.
Funniest teammate
People.
I've ever been around.
Oh, good Lord. And then later on, we're going to keep the defensive side going strong with Kendall Fuller joining the show as we get into his background from Baltimore, the Fuller family legacy, and much more. So let's get things started with the kickoff, presented by Inova, the official health system of the Washington football team. And you can check out more at inova.org. So, guys, every NFL team this week had to get their roster down to 53. And I want to get your thoughts for both of you before we get into the actual roster cuts. As a player, the experiences being in the locker room, in preseason, in trainings, this time of year, what is this moment like as a player?
I hate to say this, but we call it the week of the Walking Dead. All right, see, it's a lot of dreams that are about to evolve. And then it's a lot of dreams that are about to die. So, we get close to these people over the summertime. We get close while we doing training and go through training camp. And to see somebody dream in which we all know, all 100 can't make the 53. We know this. And sometimes we have a general view of who's going to make the team. But every once in a while, you have one or two guys that get cut. That we like, what? I can't believe that. So it happens, It's a good and a bad time.
It's just like Fred said, you become so close to these guys. A lot of these guys, especially as you get up there in years, playing, a lot of these guys followed your career. And so they come in so bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, and they want to learn. And so you do spend a lot of time around these guys.
This is the funny part about it. I was talking to somebody not too long ago about a locker room's dynamic. We pull for guys that are actually chasing our job. That's the thing about it. Like, literally, you on team, like, during the week, we competing against each other, but then I'm competing to keep him from taking my job. And then, come Sunday, we have to band together to make sure none of us get fired against the other team. So it's a different dynamic in the locker room than I think any job in the world.
Well, there are 32 locker rooms definitely going through that dynamic right now, but we're going to start with Washington's locker room, specifically looking at some of the cuts that were made and even players that made the team. D-Hall, I'm going to actually start with you on this one. Were there any surprises from the roster announcements that you saw?
I mean, I think, just going down the list, right? Your quarterback position, you kind of felt like was what it was going to be. But then I just go right to running back. And I think a discussion we had through the course of the preseason in the booth is we were all rooting for Jared Patterson, but we just felt like, man, Peyton Barber, he has a role on this team. He is the goal line short yardage back. No way they cut him. And so just initially watching, it's like, wow, Jared Patterson, one of those kids you root for from this area. We all saw the way he played through the course of the preseason. And so he deserved it and he earned the spot. Just to watch a guy like Jared Patterson come from nowhere and literally kick a guy in Peyton Barber, who's been in this league for a while and is an established dude in this league, kick him out the way and say, hey, I'm coming to get that. It's amazing to watch stories like that.
Oh, yeah, and to piggyback off that, think about Sammis Reyes, a guy that hasn't even played a lot of football, that he made a 53 roster. Then you think about a guy that started a lot of games last year like Moreland, and we're talking about the people's corner. They put the people's corner on the corner. Like, I don't understand. Like, it was one of them things like that cut really shocked me. Not only did it shock me when I looked down and I said, all right, who we taking that corner then? And I see Troy
Exactly.
Acme. Yeah, I see Troy Acme making it. I see another couple of more guys making it. I like Micaiah. I think he did everything he possibly could to make this team, and he made it the right way. But then I look at the other team and I say, well, maybe it's special teams where he got the leg up on Moreland. Or it has to be something else. But there goes some of them cuts that you can't explain.
You talk a little bit about Troy Apke. And yeah, he's a dude that, when you put the actual corner film on, you might scratch your head because, he played pretty good in the preseason, but you kind of got to think about the level of competition, right? If a guy goes down, do you really trust Troy Apke on another team's number 1 receiver, number 2 receiver? I think that answer's probably no. But then you go back and you just watch the way he tore up special teams all preseason.
Yep.
So, yeah, man, those are the decisions, though, that this football team's going to have to live with, though. They're going to have to make those decisions really count. Even Jeremy Reeves. I mean, I raved about the way that
I love
football. And he played meaningful snaps for this football team. But coaches like the guys they draft. These coaches got a plan. Like you said, obviously special teams plays a major role in making a football team. So young people, don't discount special teams, man. That's how we do people at Virginia Tech, because we played special teams when a lot of teams took their starters off. Frank Beamer believed in putting them starters out there. That's how we got an advantage.
Eat your vegetables and play special teams, kids. At the end of the day, he's right. Think about it. It's always 5 slots slotted on a team for special teams. Like, no matter where they line up in their position, 5 positions are here for special teams, for my guy only. And I think that's what happened in this one. I think that's what happened. They looked at it and said, this guy is one of our special team aces, and we have to get him on the field. Keep him on this roster by any means necessary.
I don't want to just pile on Troy Apke because he's done something that I don't know if I've ever seen anybody get drafted as a safety in this league and go play corner and make a roster. And so, shouts out to Troy Apke because the coaches were telling us, man, this kid's working.
Yep.
And like I said, in the preseason, he did make plays. He didn't get, I can remember vividly him laying out, breaking balls out in the end zone. And so, he was there to make some plays. But like I said, I just question, do I want him going against the number 1 or number 2, especially with him still learning the position. Hats off to Troy, though. I do want to show him some love for making this roster as a corner when last year he made this roster as a safety.
Yep.
We do have a player that will be joining us actually in the next segment, Kendall Fuller, who said, see you later, won a Super Bowl, came back, and will be joining us on the show here. So don't go anywhere. We've got more from the Players Club presented by Pepsi.
Our objective, our goal, to give you guys something to cheer for. Going into this season, we're going to need each and every one of you and all your friends that cheer for the Washington football team. We need you here.
The Players Club is brought to you by Pepsi, the official soft drink of the Washington football team.
This one's for every sports fan who just spent the entire game explaining to someone the entire game. You've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
1, 2, 3, go!
With a Honda in your garage, every summer adventure leads to another. Get an incredible summer offer on a new Honda, only at the Honda Summer Sales Event.
Ready, set, go.
Imagine coming home to a place where the fun never ends. A happy community set in beautiful rolling horse country, where the custom homes and villas are extraordinary and the Jack Nicklaus signature golf course and other amenities make every day another reason to smile. Visit Creighton Farms and you'll see it's happiness on a grand scale.
Jason, did you know Geico could save you hundreds on car insurance and a whole lot more?
Cool.
So what are you waiting for? Michaela Maroney to get your Frisbee off the roof?
I'll get it.
Whoa.
Here you go.
Thank you, Michaela.
Dude, get it. I'm not getting it. You get it. You threw it. It's your Frisbee.
Geico. Switch today and see all the ways you could save.
My work has been viewed by 100 million people. My work helps save lives. My work has gone platinum. My work gives people hope. I work at FedEx.
Take your career to the next level with one of our many open positions.
Wings, better with Pepsi.
Welcome back to the Players Club presented by Pepsi. It's time for the Pepsi Player Profile. Pepsi, the official soft drink of the Washington football team. And this week we have Baltimore native, cornerback, Super Bowl 54 champion, Kendall Fuller here, the youngest of the Fuller family football legacy. Kendall, welcome to the show.
Appreciate y'all having me.
He from a cover specialist dynasty, all right? You're talking about granddaddy, daddy,
Yes.
uncle. Like D-Hall, I've seen so many Fullers in the VTech jersey. I get them mixed up sometimes.
You gotten your full of the Fullers? Yes.
It's amazing what that family has accomplished, man. To watch those 4 kids, man, become stars. Nothing short. Every time I see his mom and dad, I'm like, yeah, I need some advice.
Your experience, February 2nd, 2020. As the clock is winding down and there's a minute left in the game, you make a game-sealing play, a big interception to help the Chiefs win the first Super Bowl in 50 years. And just take us through that journey from being traded to being a part of the Kansas City Chiefs to helping win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, it was a crazy experience. Even just that year, just going through a lot that year. First couple games didn't start it out how I wanted, got hurt. So kind of just going through that throughout the season, came back. Tyron had started moving around nickel safety. He was playing at an all-pro level. So when he came back, we wanted him to keep on doing what he was doing. So just kind of figuring my way back in throughout the season. And just to go into that level, that stage, just make a play. Yep. It's crazy because me and Tyron, the exact route concept that they ran, we kind of called it out the series before. And we told each other if they try to, put some air under it, I'm gonna go get it. If they try to throw a dart, he gonna get it. And we was able to make a play to win the game.
Now the question is, all these Fullers that made it to the league, are you the only one with a ring? That's the question.
Yeah, I'm the only one.
That's your claim to fame at the dinner table on Sunday, right?
I like it.
Kyle got me right now with the first round pick. So that was the Super Bowl was my conversation back in.
I always want to know, how did y'all VTech guys get crunk knowing that your mascot was a turkey? You have to tell me the secret with that.
I'm gonna let D-Hall get it first.
I was gonna let you get it, KC. I'm gonna tell Smoot like this. Yes, we went to Virginia Tech, but don't get it twisted. We could have went anywhere in the country.
I'm not gonna let y'all off the hook. You can tell me that you can get. What was the rallying cry? Could you give me the rallying cry?
I mean, have you been to Blacksburg, Virginia for a game yet?
I've been for that. The experience is unbelievable. Like I said, the experience is unbelievable. I sat in the crowd. Yeah. I felt it. But, me being a Mississippi State Bulldog, the Bulldog kind of manly, you know what I'm saying? The Bulldog is there and you bring it in, we all Bulldogs. Did y'all bring it in like, we all turkeys?
It was something you buy into once you get in there.
All right.
Like when you're a freshman and you get in there and you hear it's a big game, third down, and you just hear the whole stadium going crazy. Gobble, 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 gobble. Like,
did you just say gobble?
It's different. It's
multiple
different,
times.
But
Gobble, gobble.
You're gonna get into it, especially Enter the Sandman. You're gonna be in it.
Well, you're right, because it takes a little bit of all the experience for somebody to understand it.
To grasp the full picture of it, yeah.
Totally. That's why I had to ask 2 guys that I know lived it, because I really want to know this. I always ask people because I know what my experience was in the SEC, and I know how I feel to go play LSU and them pulling out a live tiger on you. You're going to Auburn, and it's a hawk coming down out the sky. So I always want to know that experience from.
But if you think about Tech though, any team that comes to play, if it's a SEC school, Big Ten school, they know. Like, you got to prepare for Lane Stadium.
Oh no!
You have to prepare for it because
totally
it's going to get crazy.
But did you even have another choice for any other college with your whole family going to one school? Did you even visit other colleges?
Yeah, I almost went to Clemson.
Now, you want to sell your soul to Clemson.
I almost went to Clemson.
They would have disowned you.
Man, I remember I went on a visit with Clemson. I remember sitting there with Dabo Swinney. It was me, Dabo Swinney, and my mother. And my mother just starts talking to Dabo Swinney, just starts talking about Virginia Tech.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there as a kid. I'm like, Mom, what you doing? I get it, but yeah, you about to ruin it for me. But yeah, I almost went to Clemson. But the thing that, and like D Hall said, the thing about Tech, especially as a defensive back.
Yeah, I know.
And it wasn't even times where a lot of times they wouldn't even get a lot of the top recruits, but they'd take a guy that come out as a 2-3 star and turn him into a first round pick. And it was just the way they was year in and year out. You sitting there man, they putting a DB, a top DB in the league year in and year out.
We do want to get to know you a little bit more about your Maryland background, your family background. So we have this game here for those that cannot see this beautiful Washington football team helmet. You're going to hold that. And you will actually pick out questions. It could be anything around Maryland, your family, a whole bunch of things in there so we can get to know you more. So make sure you read it loud and clear.
I got to say though, as much as I am from Maryland, but when you're from Baltimore, it's a little different.
No, y'all say Baltimore like Baltimore not part of Maryland.
Yeah, Baltimore a little separate than Maryland.
I understand.
You know what?
I
was going to say the same thing. Y'all don't rep fully Maryland. You rep Baltimore.
Yeah. We starting?
Yeah, we starting. Let's see what you got.
For your first question.
Who got the best grades? Vinny definitely got the best grades. By far.
So he was the smartest.
He was the smart. The
bookworm
law
out the
school,
bunch.
all that.
Okay.
Vinny was the smartest.
All right.
I can see that.
Vinny was the smartest. I was next though.
Number two. They say number two is the first person to lose.
Yeah. Nah. In school, he kind of got me, didn't he?
At first I was about to say, that's so kind of you.
In
And then you
school,
finished that
but
sentence.
anything else, that's gonna be me.
What's your next question?
Getting an interception or a pick six. I feel like that's
yeah.
easy.
Well, hold on. Let me put that. Getting an interception to seal the game or getting a pick six during the game. So you don't know the outcome of the pick six game, but you know the outcome of sealing the game.
I like
That's
it.
interception to seal it.
All right.
Yeah, of course. To win the game.
The icing. That's what I want.
Gotta get the dub.
He not you, Smoot. You going for the score. You're a selfish player, man. You're a team player.
Hey, if I learned anything from UD Hall, it is, it's no I in team, but it is a me.
Who was the favorite growing up? Mama's boy and daddy's boy. So we used to joke. We used to say that I was my father's favorite.
Okay.
We used to say that Kyle was my mother's favorite.
All right.
And me and Kyle would joke and say Corey was the stepchild.
Oh, there it is.
Hey, that's how it usually go. And people never want to say it. Parents never want to say that they have favorites, but we know deep down inside,
They know.
That's my favorite right there. We know it.
I think Pop Warner football, all the coaches, they call Kyle Mama Nia.
So before we wrap up, the last question I have for you is to have a chance to face off against Kyle. Talk us through the excitement and what you guys have even talked about behind the scenes about being able to play against each other in the NFL. That's got to be an incredible moment.
Yeah, it's definitely fun. I think going into the game, you don't think about it as much, probably because we just never lined up against each other. I've been trying to, I think it was a preseason I played in one time. I wanted to try to get at receiver. But it's definitely fun, man. Just to, you get pictures. I think it's definitely something later in life, when we finish playing, we retire, that you just look back. Just the grandkid full of kids. They'll probably be playing too the way things going. I think Vinny and Corey now, they kind of look back and see more of the big picture. Me and Kyle still being in it, it's kind of just for me, it's just dope to see him. You know what I mean? Throughout the year, usually I can't see him. So anytime we play him, being able to see him halfway through the year and stuff like that is definitely fun.
Yes. Well, we wish you all the best this season. And there's a lot more in terms of memories that you'll be making this season and moving forward.
Sure.
So thank you so much for joining us here on the Players Club.
Problem.
It's been a
Appreciate
pleasure
y'all
having
having
you.
Yeah, man. I'm sorry I couldn't be there, little bro.
Nah, you all good.
I hate I couldn't be there, but
I know I'll see you soon. Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
Don't worry. The rest of the cornerbacks for Washington, we'll hold it down for you, D-Hall. Don't worry about it.
I love it. Cornerback heavy here. Very cornerback heavy. But yes, thank you so much. And we've got more to get into here on the Players Club as we're going to wrap up discussing some hot takes and topics from around the NFL. The Players Club is brought to you by Geico. Whether you rent or own, Geico makes it easy to bundle home and auto insurance. Visit geico.com to see how much you could save.
Another rock and roll weekend.
Burgers, better with Pepsi.
Welcome to Toyota's National Sales Event.
Ooh, RAV4.
It's a great time to save on the 2021s while they last.
Ooh, Venza.
Toyota's got an exciting lineup to choose from.
Oh, Highlander, could you?
Oh, sure. You have to understand, it's the National Sales Event.
Right now, lease a Highlander for only $299 a month. Or buy a Highlander or Adventure Ready RAV4 and get special low APR financing for 72 months, plus $750 toward your down payment.
Hey, that's my line.
Toyota, let's go places.
On my get back, copper bag slow. You would never see that. Use the trap dough. Oh no!
Hey man, we're back.
We're back.
Hey, you got any more of those fast plays?
Tons. Check them out.
Cool.
Oh.
You know what? We're gonna need a bunch of each.
A bunch.
Hey, thanks, bud.
Thanks, bud.
Fast Play is fast fun for everyone.
My peeps, look what I got! Hey, we'll play them on the ship.
The Maryland Lottery has lots of Fast Play games, and some have a progressive jackpot.
With a Honda in your garage, every summer adventure leads to another. Get an incredible summer offer on a new Honda, only at the Honda Summer Sales Event.
Ready, set, go.
Nachos, better with Pepsi.
Welcome back into the Players Club presented by Pepsi. Now, we've had a chance to talk with Kendall Fuller about his experiences winning a Super Bowl, his family background, but we've got to get into some more around the league and what's going on, getting into some hot takes presented by Geico. Whether you rent or own, Geico makes it easy to bundle home insurance and auto insurance, and you can visit geico.com to see how much you could save today. Now, guys, news broke earlier this week. Cam Newton was released by the New England Patriots. Rookie Mac Jones will be the starting quarterback. Cam is out. Did this move surprise you at all?
It shocked me. Hey, you go from MVP of the league to out of the league, basically out of the league. I got a plan for Cam because this works for everybody that does it. Follow this plan and do it correctly. D-Hall gonna like this one. I call it the Tyrod Taylor plan. All right, so he needs to go to Houston because every time a player comes behind Tyrod Taylor, is the second screen, he turns into a Pro Bowler. All right, it started out with Lamar Jackson. All right, it ended up with Josh Allen. Then it goes to Herbert in LA. So if you play behind Tyrod Taylor, I call it the Tyrod Taylor effect, your career will bounce back and you will be a Pro Bowler again. So Cam, go to Houston.
Renee, don't hype him up.
I was getting like commercial vibes.
Hey, that's my man, Tyrod from 757. So
I knew it.
That, Fred. But, you know what though? Nobody saw it coming. It was a total shock to everybody in the football world because even if Cam loses the quarterback battle, you kind of still expect him to be your number 2, right? Yep. And so, for me, I was a little bit blown away. I respect Coach Belichick, and so I'm just gonna wait and see. If anything happens to Mac Jones, anything through the course of a season, and we know how grueling a season can be when you talk about injuries, when you talk about, just the complexities of it. And I know Mac Jones has impressed a whole hell of a lot of people in New England, but I probably still would have kept Cam as the number 2. So,
but look, I mean, at the end of the day, Cam did go on to say that he, on a post, he really appreciates all the love and support during this time. Please don't feel sorry for me. Now, so as we're talking about, we'll just see where he ends up next. And who knows, by the time this show even, a day or two goes by after the show, we might know where Cam is playing in the future.
Houston, they need him and he needs them.
Yes. So before we get out of here, we do want to actually throw some shade at some other people, too.
All right, can I throw that Philly sports?
Just
one shade.
Maybe one shade. So it's time for Throwing Shade, presented by Pit Vipers. And we've got Pit Vipers, demand, respect, and authority. We've got these, D-Ho, I'm sorry.
I had those for the draft.
Yeah, I'm sorry you don't have these flashy sunglasses that Fred's going to be rocking. I don't know what you do with that, but...
Hold the pair for me then.
Oh, I got you. See, I'm blocked from all of the hate I'm about to spew.
Okay. So... I'm gonna let you go first because you're clearly ready to go.
All right.
D'Angelo, I think you need some warming up to do. Fred is
right.
in his bag, ready to throw shade. So I actually was going more for someone who was the goofiest dresser you've ever played with.
Goofiest
I know
dresser.
You wanted to throw shade at Philly, but I was.
All right. Who dressed the worst?
Yeah.
Oh, we had some bad dressing dudes. Just because you got money don't make it classy. All right, check this out. Lavernius Coles wore a sensei suit on a traveling thing with the soft shoe, the Bruce Lee shoes and everything. So I walked up to him like, like, listen to me. He wore the entire shoe. I have to get that to one Lavernius Coles. That's my boy. I love you to death, but that was terrible dress choice by him.
Oof. D-Hall, what about you? Who you throwing shade at?
Oh my God! Look, I don't mean to throw Fred under the bus. But Fred, didn't you come to a game one time with your suit balled up in a bag and came out, the thing was so wrinkly? We said, Fred, you couldn't have found an Iron Man. I might have to get Carlos Rogers to second that because I know that was smooth.
Hey, that's when I was trying to come up with that new pocket suit design that you can tote your suit with you any way you wanted to and just pull it out, D-Hall. Don't hate on the future, man.
Just pull it out and jump in.
Yeah, pull it out and jump in it.
So let me rewind and get this straight. You were so excited to throw shade at somebody else.
That I got some shade threw at me. That's what quarterbacks do.
I love it. D'Angelo, yes, I'm clapping. That is awesome.
Hey, you know what? If I had feelings, you can hurt them.
Thank you guys for sharing those behind the scenes. I didn't know that. So interesting. The host, Ohio State, they can't really dance. So
they can't.
There you go. But for everybody that's tuning in, thank you so much for watching and listening here for the Players Club presented by Pepsi, because we've got a lot of great stories, funny action going on, just bringing you some great content throughout the show each and every week. So you can always check us out on Fridays. We're across all streaming platforms wherever you catch your podcast. Also on the Washington football team's website, YouTube page, on your local television station. There's no reason to miss the Players Club. So for Fred, D'Angelo, and myself, Renee, and also for Kendall Fuller, who joined us earlier, thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
Philadelphia, Rocky ain't real.